Okay, I'll call the meeting together. It looks like about 6:34.
5 on the computer.
5 on the computer. All right. All right, and I've got me, Erica, David, Nick, Susan, and Liz.
So before I forget, right before this meeting, Michael Bender resigned. And since we forgot to say that Sandy resigned at the last meeting, I did not want to forget. So we're gonna have a lot of new faces. We do have a new alternate already, who replaced Dave, who is now an official member. Well, I guess you were official member, but a regular member, I guess that's the proper term. So his name is Steve Gernhardt. I guess he couldn't make it tonight. And then I believe there's already been somebody nominated by the Democratic Town Committee to replace Mike. And I apologize, I don't remember her name. I just kind of got to know, like, this is who we want to be in, so.
Is it Craig Gernhardt?
Yes.
All right.
He's,
You said Steve.
oh, Greg.
I think it's Greg, isn't it? Yeah.
Greg, sorry. Greg, don't watch this recording, Steve. And Greg,
And if you delete it, people will be suspicious. So,
it's really bad. I
We
can't
won't
remember
release
his
that
name.
file.
yeah, great.
I got the last name right. So anyway, maybe in January, I mean, Liz is gonna talk about nominating later, but, she stopped in my office yesterday and with all the new people, we were talking about maybe sort of having a little roundtable, in January where everybody could sort of introduce themselves and maybe they, say why you wanted to be a part of this illustrious group. So hopefully we can get all the new people here in January and.
Yep.
Sorry,
Okay, great.
I didn't want to
So-
forget.
The call to order, and I don't see any public here, but so we could take comments from the members here, but that's that's part of the meeting. That is the meeting, so. So we're down to guests, and we're all the way down to staff report.
Staff report. Yeah, I mean, mostly we've just been busy with the holiday stuff last month. Getting the decorating going. I mean, Public Works is awesome. I don't know if any of you know Bill Clappy, our director, but he's wonderful to work with and his crew, and they do everything to make me happy, and they're great. And Bill loves Christmas, so he's happy too.
Mm.
He likes the lights on all the time. You haven't noticed, like sparkly. And then the Starlight Festival, of course, which I think went well. We had a good crowd on the town green. The only thing that I was, and we haven't had our debrief yet, but there were 3 Santa events on that day. And I thought our Santa crowd was a little bit light, because at one of the churches, there was a brunch at 10:30. And then at the brewery, there were pictures with Santa from noon to 3, which actually directly overlapped with our event, which Santa was here on the town green from 1:30 to 4. So despite having a community calendar where all of those things were actually posted. So I don't know, that's a little maybe hiccup that somehow, we need to figure out how to coordinate better. It might not be as important for certain things, but I mean, kids might notice that Santa's different or in the same place, and you wouldn't want to like ruin that little holiday magic. So I don't know, that was my thought on that.
So in terms of data with the with that event? And thinking about marketing. Are you able to like talk about numbers or talk about participating businesses or something like that? Just so there's like proof that it was a great event, which I sense it was.
Well, getting numbers of participants is always really hard.
Yeah.
Unless you're like actually counting.
Right.
Like I guess I could have assigned an elf to say how many people sat on Santa's lap. I actually didn't even think of that, but
Passing that.
I mean, Youth and Family Services normally has some kind of metric for how they did because they have a holiday marketplace.
Okay.
And actually Lions Club usually tells me how many gallons of hot chocolate they do. And so we sort of use those kind of measurements,
Great.
yeah, to decide, how we're doing from year to year.
Mhm.
And I haven't actually gotten stats from everybody yet. Then the stocking walk, usually if they sell out their number of stockings, they only give 250. And if, the businesses will tell me whether or not they gave out all their tchotchkes so that they know how many people actually showed up once they did it.
I think we're pretty well.
I don't want to make.
Okay.
So those are kind of the metrics that I.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, but we haven't had, like I said, our debrief yet, so.
Do you think you need to know that for the finance committee meeting?
I don't think so. I mean, if they put me on the hot seat, they do for that, but I don't think they care that much about that, to be honest with you, but I don't know.
Oh, I have a comment. Katie and I went to the Irish Tenors on Tuesday. And I saw Brett over there, and I was asking him about the Heroes Tree, because, we kind of matched up with that. They said that went pretty well. He said we had about 40 or 50 people there, which is not anywhere near what they would have if we had our, the people from the Style Life Festival. But I guess the the Gold Star mothers who were in it, I guess we're happy with it, so.
Well, and they asked to change it, the Gold Star mom who
Yeah.
runs it, so, I mean, if she chooses to change it back, I mean, obviously we can pivot with that, we are just trying to work with her, so.
You know why she has to change it?
Yes, there's a national Gold Star Mom event that takes place in Washington DC. And I think it's the day after the Heroes Tree lighting, or well, no, it's normally the Saturday of the Heroes Tree lighting. So if we had it on Friday, then she could go to the National Gold Star Moms thing, and she's wanted to do that. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. We're almost, next week, we're gonna get the traffic counts from the parking study for the land use, study that we're doing for downtown to try and determine, why people might not be using the housing options and such. So it'll be interesting to see that. It's not normally the time of year they would do a traffic count. They normally do it in the summer when we're at peak capacity. So they did pick this past Saturday when we had the Starlight Festival to try and get a more peak capacity time. And they also picked I think, a day during the week, but I don't remember. So we'll see what that says.
And so they're doing this for what reason?
Zoning made a ruling several years ago, to help encourage some apartments, and things like that on Main Street in existing buildings that maybe on the upper floors and such. And not many people have taken advantage of it, and they're just curious, why not? Is it because of parking problems and limitations? Is it because of other things? And so we got a grant to study it and do some also testing to find out what kind of septic capacity there is, which is always
Right.
a big issue. Yeah. So, and this will also help us with our, membership in the, I always get this wrong because they changed the name of it, Connecticut, you might help me, Municipal Redevelopment Authority, or, yeah, okay.
CMPR.
Yeah,
NDA.
yeah. Because, you know, their whole thing is transit-oriented development, and our Main Street fits into that corridor because would walk right there from the train station. So, if we have this kind of information that is meaningful to them and potentially helping us fund projects and things like that. So. We're working on Celebrate Saybrook. God help us. Christmas. But we are. And America 250 is plugging along. There's just an update on Main Street here. Pretty much the same vacancies. For anyone who is just interested, apparently the basement area under where Thimble Island used to be is still available and vacant. It has no windows. I mean,
How do you get to it?
there's, from what I could tell from the information, there's like a doorway between like Dagmar's and that leads to an elevator that goes down. It's probably some entrance we've all walked by 100 times and just never noticed it.
Right.
So I mean, they're looking at kind of storage or assembling or training classes, or I don't.
The docs aren't going to use that space.
So I don't even think doctors are going in there because
I thought it was.
It's
Eye doctors.
Eye doctors.
it's I believe it's actually a company that supports ophthalmologists.
No,
It's-
it's the actual
Yeah.
eye doctor across from McDonald's.
And
Elgar.
and they're closing their other one in Saybrook or.
Deep River.
Right.
The name of the
I
company
know
that he told me began with a K though.
Yes, because believe it or not, they are owned by a private equity firm.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better actually, because when I looked that up, I thought, oh, fruitcake.
No.
We're not even gonna have any like
No,
foot
it's-
traffic from people coming to get their eyes dilated
Yeah.
and they can't drive, so they're gonna go have lunch instead, you know what I mean?
So they are coming. That's where I go. I've been
Oh, okay.
going there for 60 some odd years.
Because when I asked the landlord about it, he did not answer my question and clarify that for me.
Somebody can be that way. But yeah, they are going there. They're looking to add to their staff. They're also looking to expand their retail of sunglasses. So,
Okay.
Is the all the bakery stuff is pulled off though, right? From,
Oh, yeah, I think we covered the whole place.
but can they use it for something like that still or no?
I saw the pictures of the downstairs. There's nothing
I
left.
think they
of
took all the
that.
kitchen equipment out.
Yeah,
But is there venting still if someone did go in there?
Probably.
It is the weirdest, that is the weirdest. Okay.
But see, when North Cove Outfitters had it in Denali, they had retail downstairs.
Right.
Yes,
Right,
yes. I love the.
It's perfect for kayaks, you know?
yeah,
yeah.
it was very cute down there, it was very
Mm.
cute.
All right, well, that makes me feel better. I'm glad you could clarify that. But anyway, that space is available. Apparently, it's a good price. I was afraid to ask what that price might be. What was considered a good price?
Well, I also think it's long term.
So we're kicking off the town branding next week. I have a group of 6 people on there. And so that's exciting. We're gonna get moving on that. It should be done by the middle of April. In time for us to also debut it at the networking event. So we'll have so much to show. Everyone's gonna think this is the hardest working commission in the entire town. We're done.
All right.
Again, working with Maria, right? 13th.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
that-
I don't
that
know.
would be.
I think it's the 19th,
Is that
May
the night, is
19th.
that the Friday, the 19th? Okay.
It's not,
The Thursday.
oh, you're talking about the
There's a
networking event? The networking event is May 19th.
Okay, and the branding is the 18th, right?
No, it's December 19th,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
or a
No.
No,
Friday.
it's December. I thought the branding was Thursday night.
See, it's not only me.
The 19th is talking about the businesses to, the
Right.
business centers.
And I thought the 18th was from 5 to 6 was the branding.
Oh, no, it's the 16th, isn't it?
That's 16th is finance.
16th is, yeah, when we go
Oh,
cheer for you or rah, rah.
oh, maybe it is the 18th. You're
Okay.
right. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's okay. Gotcha.
yeah.
We got you covered.
Yeah,
The 19th is the meeting for.
yes, at 10 a.m.
Right.
Okay, yes.
For the.
We'll talk about that
Space.
after.
Okay, right, yeah.
So that is my report. I mean, I'm sure I'll cover some other stuff in here, but if anybody has any questions. Those are the highlights.
Very good. I'm still confused, but that's all right. I'll get it straight.
Yeah.
We'll go, regular agenda. I'll accept the motion to approve the, minutes of the November 13th meeting.
Make a motion.
Yeah, thank you. Second, Dave?
Dave?
Okay. Okay, you need a few minutes to read them over, or if you've read them. All in favor? Aye. Okay, okay, abstain. Sue? And everybody else is a yes. Okay. Thank you. Anything other, Jennifer, on correspondence or?
Well, I meant to bring Mike's resignation, but I forgot it, but, so I told you,
Oh, okay.
so that covers it.
You said the chair for
Is chair for planning.
So we're on to, monthly marketing report. No one from, Miranda?
I think they'll come again in January.
Oh, okay.
So following our regular thing, they provide their written reports for the interim.
Anything jump out on this that we should look at?
No, I mean, the ups and downs usually have to do with, you know, if they're promoting harder for something like Starlight.
Does she provide you with any type of, like to Susan's point, does she provide you with anything to say at the meeting, like what jumps out, what's changed? Something of note?
You
I
know,
think that would be more helpful than just looking at the reports. Especially for you, because, you know, it's as Greek to you as it is to all of us.
I actually was thinking about this when I was putting together my Board of Finance thing. Like, I think I'm gonna ask them to do an end of fiscal year report where, because it's so time consuming and confusing, even though I know she's trying to educate all of us, and I think we all have learned.
Yes.
But still, there's a lot to know and parse through,
Yeah.
and I would like them to do like an actual report like you're talking about, where they say, just spell it out for us, you know,
Yeah,
this is
just-
where we did great and this is how great,
An
and
executive summary that is in
Yeah.
plain English so that you could give it to anyone within this building and they would understand what it says.
yes.
I thought about what if they told us how we compare to another town. Obviously, client confidentiality, she can't say how we're doing versus Essex,
Right,
but she could redact the name.
Yeah.
And say, a town your size, shoreline town your size. Because how do we know the numbers are good or bad? Just because a number goes up, when you go from 1 to 2, that's 100% increase. And that looks great. You discount the word 100%. So I would wonder if we can ask them to do, not on a regular basis,
Right.
6 months, once a year, that we know how we compare to other towns. And then they could recommend what we could do to improve.
Because it's going to be important when we start asking for more money. Because, I mean, this coming budget, it's not that much, but the next one's going to be more because we lose the ARPA funds. And we have to demonstrate that if we stop doing this, what is the damage?
yeah,
We'll go backwards, and it's fast.
Right.
yeah.
It's fast.
And I'll tell you that, as part of the budget, this time I went to a bunch of stores on Main Street and I sent them a note because they've sort of just in conversation told me different things. And I asked them, can you please like confirm for me do you still feel like foot traffic is up? Are your sales up? Like any things that you think could help me? And several of them replied. I also asked all the hotels. Only one of them replied, unfortunately. And I also talked to the Historical Society because they had told me before that when we help share and promote their stuff, that they get better attendance at the Cape. They also were able to share with me that they feel like they have more out-of-town visitors at the Historical Society campus and not going to the archives for specific research. Just people coming. People on Main Street feel like there's more out-of-towners coming. Their sales are up.
I think the Cape would be a great metric, great. They know what year on year, how many events they sold out, how many they didn't. If they're doing better, it means there's more people in town, right? And do they do better only in the summer? Do they do better in in January? You know, I think they absolutely, in order to raise their funds and go to their benefactors, have to have those metrics. Why can't
They're doing very well. They're
better than historically, you think?
I don't know, but I mean, so this is the other piece. I mean, I think it's great that we can paint a picture of prosperity throughout the town. And it's like a fine line between what we can take credit for and what we can't, because I know for a fact that Brett hired a new marketing person. They never had a dedicated marketing person before. So,
Right.
And they do put their stuff on our calendar. And I've asked him before, is there a way for you to see, you know, how many people are coming from the calendar or like the kind of promotions that I'm putting out that affect you? And they haven't given me anything on that yet, but
If their attendance is up and more foot traffic in town, more people are eating dinner, they're coming early and they're going whatever retail shopping they could do in town.
yeah,
So if they do better, we all do better.
actually, I need to try and get some restaurant data, actually.
I think people are shocked at how well the Cape is doing. Because when it was first proposed, the old stalwarts weren't all that keen on the idea.
When I first moved to town and I was taking spin classes, and one of the spin instructors would say, okay, we're riding by, you would imagine we're riding by town. We're riding by that money pit again. And I had just moved to town. I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So
Really?
Yeah.
Shocked at that.
I think at some point, it's a beautiful, beautiful building. So there must have been a lot of upfront money
There
to
was.
build it, how beautiful it was. In a
Redo
town,
it,
in
yeah.
a town that has 10,000 people, 10 months out of the year.
Right.
Right.
So just by that statement alone, you got to admit, they were.
And I know Brett's done a phenomenal job.
He's great.
He's brought in so much more than the previous director did.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I think they're doing very well.
That's great.
It's great.
Which reminds me, I think I sent to all of you the gathering of land use boards, in January. Which this time is gonna be at the Cape, and they're gonna be talking about the classes there, so
When is that?
I don't remember. It's in January. And I know for a fact that the Cape brings in restaurant business, and
It's the
even the
20
retailers get a bump when people come for that, so.
It's supposedly on, land use is on Monday, the 26th, 6 PM at the Cape.
Was it the 26th?
Yeah, Monday, the 26th, 6 PM.
Okay, I have to be out of town that day. I'm just saying. I would come otherwise.
That's,
6 p.m.?
yes.
So the other thing about how well we're doing, I mean, it's sort of like in the background, coming along is how well is the state doing? You know, how well are people doing? I mean, if we're able to do well in spite of maybe the state just doing average or not doing well or doing well, is the state doing better than we are, or worse than we are, about the same? You know, just to kind of have in the background, how are we doing in relation to other things going on in the state or not happening in the state? So where would you get that information? And I guess the question is, it seems like it's not totally important, but it would be helpful to have a sense of what else is going on that supports or doesn't support our growth.
I do get a monthly sort of high-level tourism report
Okay.
from the state, where basically, try and remember what they put in it, but they put in it always, like the percentage of people who are staying overnight and whether or not that's gone up or down, in relation to the previous year or month. And they put in like where people are coming from, mostly Boston and New York, if they're coming from out of state. I can forward that to you guys if you're interested in
Yeah,
seeing
that would be
it.
helpful. Thank you.
It comes out of CT Visit. I mean, the metrics are so important. They are so time consuming to gather and keep up with.
Is
Like
there
this-
any person you could get to do that? You know, like, well, I mean, I think of like a high school student, but it wouldn't maybe be a high school student. It would probably be maybe someone with a higher level background in that area. Because you're right, it is so time consuming. And it seems like it's pretty important.
Yeah, I'm working on, a few things staffing wise to see if I can shuffle things around a little.
Chat GPT, I bet you if you put in Chat GPT, over the past 3 years, has Connecticut tourism increased or decreased? And then we get more specific, Middlesex County and so on. I mean, I'd be happy to
They said
Google around for you.
Mohegan Sun, the venue at Mohegan Sun was ranked as the #1 venue, to watch shows.
Mhm.
And Mohegan Sun, the casino itself was ranked #2 in the country.
Wow.
For
Mohegan Sun
Sun.
Casino.
casino, and yeah,
#2.
that's what I
So
heard, yeah.
taking into account Las Vegas,
Yeah. That's what I heard. That's what it said.
I'm
I can
blown out of my mind.
I can understand the venue because it's a great venue to
And
watch.
it's not overly expensive compared to other venues, but.
Oh, it might be Native American. Let's put it.
Oh, okay.
#2 out of Native American.
American owned, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there was a time before they built casinos in Far East. that Foxwoods and Mohegan would switch off on who is the largest casino in the world by virtue of the number of slot machines on the floor. That's how they,
Yeah.
and Mohegan and Foxwoods would fight for that.
They love people's quarters.
That's right.
So,
I don't even know if they use the money anymore.
But they still did.
Really?
Gotta give it back to you in real life.
All right, I'm going to try and get some different reports for us from MC.
You know, with,
But if
with
you,
Miranda Creative, I like the idea of that end of fiscal year report. It seems like it's kind of a long wait. Could they give us also like a little report at the end of 6 months, you know, halfway through the fiscal?
I mean, I could ask them to rework the quarterly reports too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because, I mean, we did sort of tentatively agreed on this format. This is what they presented me with. And I said, okay, well, we'll start with this.
Yeah.
And so now we've used it for a while and we feel like maybe we would like something a little bit different, so.
and I mean, they could easily take the raw, throw it into Chat GPT or whatever large language model they're using and have it put together the summary for them.
Yes.
I mean, they can give me the raw data and I can do that. That takes seconds.
Yeah.
Amazing what you can do. Right.
There is a dashboard, that we have access to, and sometimes I will put specific information in there. But it doesn't tell you everything.
No.
Or I think you also have to know how to use it well to get everything you want out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Liz,
Yeah, nominating committee, okay. I've spoken with Jennifer and David, and with all the changes of people coming in and leaving, we'll have a slate for January.
thank you.
So we're gonna vote in January?
Pardon?
We're gonna vote in January? On this slate or,
Yeah, I guess, I'm just trying to think about, yeah, we're gonna vote. I mean, I think in the past, we've kind of agreed with the slate that's put forward, but sure, we're gonna vote.
Were you looking for another member of your committee or no? You're good.
Oh, yeah, is there someone else who would like to chat about this before January?
No, other than the new people will need to meet everybody else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think, you know, Jennifer and I talked a little bit about this, just the idea of, I mean, we've probably all been involved in committees in which we've been sitting for years next to other people and we've only known their name maybe. So I think it could be nice for us as well. But just to maybe talk a little bit about what was attractive about participating in this and what your hopes might be, and give them a chance to let us know who they are, because I think that's the other thing. I mean, I don't want to redo the past, but I will just mention in the past, the Democratic and Republican town committees would put forward their nominations when it was their turn. And the Economic Development Commission would interview people and then decide on who they would want to put forward. Now, not always would there be, you know, 5 people who wanted to do something, but there would be that way of kind of vetting people and then letting us know actually who they were, because we don't really know, you know, very easily what it is that each of us brings to this that we'd like to be able to use. So anyway, that's.
I mean, I'm an example, right? I was thrust upon you guys, right? Everything.
What have you been doing with your life?
Right, I mean, I wasn't interviewed. I mean, I think we talked.
Yeah, we talked a little
You
bit.
gave me a little background about what the commission does.
Mhm.
I went to see Carl Fortuna, see how I can help out as I started to retire in life. I spoke to my party chairman and they said, okay, we're gonna nominate you, you know, and Carl talked to me and then boom, I'm here. You guys had no say. You're right, it would be much better to give the committees a chance to, will this person fit in? Do they bring something to the table?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of count on the Democratic and Republican committees to make that, to vet people at that point, but
Are they
But
just
you're
putting a
right.
body? Have
So,
to.
yeah, we don't know that,
Right.
you know, but I'll tell you, in my 5 or 6 years, maybe more, 7 years or 8 years on the committee, I haven't seen any losers really coming through. You know, to be honest with you, I mean, the people that have come in, the people that have come in.
Yeah. I don't have time to.
We'll probably run out, I'm gonna grab another cookie.
and what about these people who are coming along?
But anyway, no, I
I
thought,
did meet Greg Gernhardt and he seems to have a good background,
Yeah.
especially for where we're going with the business thing, so,
He ran, I want to say, for finance.
yeah.
So he was running for an elected position,
Yes.
and he is very sharp.
That's right.
and the way I got here was I turned down the opportunity to run for a position.
Me as well,
Yeah.
when I talked to my party chairman and Carl, my whole background was finance. And everybody was pushing me finance with it. 40 years of finance.
Yeah.
Sure, someday I'll go back. Let me do something else.
That's one of the worst, you know, and I wasn't on it, but I mean, like Jennifer, you know, for 20-something years, I've appeared in front of them defending my budget and how these people were coming up, you know, and I was one of 5 departments that night, and there were another 5 the next night, and you know, and they had books this high on what they were reviewing, and I'm saying, how many days are you gonna take to do this? It's a long, long time.
Well, I'm glad we've had this conversation.
Yeah, but January would be nice if we can talk a little bit with the new folks and,
Yeah.
all right. Appointment to, inland wetlands, water course. Oh, yes, that's still, an unfilled position, huh?
Yeah, do you want to explain to everybody about that, or do you want me to?
Well, you can do it.
Okay, so, inland wetlands and water courses, has typically had a liaison from this committee, and it was Sandy for many years. And so now they don't, and I believe their quorum depends on these liaisons. So if there is anyone here who has an interest in being a liaison to the Inland Wetlands and Water Courses Commission, I mean, I think they have a monthly meeting on the books. I don't believe they actually meet monthly. I think they meet only when they have business. I couldn't tell you exactly how many times a year that is. If any of you know Lynette Wacker, she's our assistant town planner. She is the staff person who works with inland wetlands and water courses. So if anyone has an interest in that, they do need a representative from this group to serve.
What night do they meet?
Or whoever's not here, you could nominate.
What night is it that they meet, you know?
Oh, that's a good point. I should have looked at that. I meant that. Let me see. I can look on the town website.
And it wouldn't make sense to rotate because we wouldn't have a continuity from meeting to
Right.
meeting, yeah.
I already do 3 meetings a month. I'm not. Or if you count the town committee meeting.
Where's the? Keep doing it on your phone. Events. So it looks like they meet on Thursdays, the third Thursday of the month.
What is that?
So the Thursday after this meeting. I mean, if anybody sort of is interested and would like to learn more about it before they commit, I'm sure that Lynette would be happy to talk to you. She's super nice.
I think we have a listing in here of the meeting dates for 2026.
For any interest of not meeting on a Thursday night.
Yes.
That's the beginning of the weekend. That's the party time, right? But,
I didn't
no,
think that way, but I
everybody
think I'd like
is-
to think that way.
Yes, I know everybody, is busy with other meetings and the week's probably filled up, but this is-
That's why I have stuff down too.
I remember I did a survey the last time we talked about this and I forget what the other options were, but. I can-
One for Tuesday or Wednesday. Works.
Because if you have a long weekend, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesdays are probably better.
Wednesday could be a conflict with planning.
Okay, so
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right,
How about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking through the summer. Yeah. Tuesday works better.
Yeah, because right, Thursday through Monday is the weekend. You know, when you think about it.
Well,
I think
it works better in the summer for me, definitely, because
Yeah.
I have people coming into town usually on Thursday. Houses.
Right, it's
Yeah.
weekend, it's, yeah. And you've been saying it since I met you. This is the
It's
weekend,
time to
this is the
make that
weekend.
If it can work.
If it can work,
they would
yeah.
agree.
all right. Well, let me see if there's a room available
Right.
other than the cellar.
Yeah.
Or a local bar.
Yes.
I can say that.
Yes. I'm a
Hey,
good
we're supporting economic development.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm-
My wife told me when I got here, when I left the house, she said, just say 3 words, retail, retail, retail.
Yeah.
Your wife, yeah,
Tell me.
that's one.
All right.
Skating.
The what?
Skating game. You know, a lot of land. Why can't they flood it like they do over
One
in
year.
Westerly, really? Yeah.
They put a skating rink on the green one year.
Is that Park and Rec?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, moving on to old business. Anything else on this Starlight Festival? I think it went well. I thought that, the level of activity was constant, and I thought the food was good up front,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was, by moving it up close to the sidewalk there, I think it probably did well for those vendors,
Last year we tried food trucks for the first time and we put them on like the blacktop where the basketball courts are. And they were kind of out of sight.
Yeah.
And we put them on the street this time and they did great. So not only were they visible to the people who were on the green, who are a lot of young families, but anybody who wanted to take the horse ride had to walk right by them. So it was a lot better. We had Frank Andrews Mobile Kitchen, who does awesome pizza. And then we had this year for the first time Dude's Donuts, and they were serving like hot apple cider donuts.
Mm.
So
good thing I didn't know about it.
I like the KSC beignets. Beignets, yeah, they were terrific. Yeah, it looked like a pretty simple operation. Yeah, they had a little generator behind the booth, but they were up near town hall, so it looked like it was fairly quiet there. But
yeah, I think we need to move them next
Yeah.
year. If they come back.
yeah, but I'll tell you, the food was good, very good. And I've been to New Orleans 7 times, so I know what beignets are supposed to be.
And you cherry coffee.
Anything on the website?
I had him, just to give you an update, I had a meeting on the website, with the development team last week, I think. And so we've mapped out what's gonna happen next and, I think we're gonna move up a little bit on the pecking order, the business part to sort of dovetail with what we're doing, but I hope to wrap that thing up soon. within the next few months. I mean, it'll be a maintenance issue,
Sure.
but to just at least get a lot of the content up there.
Okay. And, now we want to talk about the, budget.
The budget update, I had put in your packet what I showed to Carl and Leanne. Just building on the preliminary discussion that we had. So nothing changed about last year's budget to what is being proposed for next year, except the marketing line item and, you know, whatever contractual salary things they have to do. When I proposed $10,000 last month, it seemed the general consensus that that was like such just a round number that I should use something a little more. So I beefed it up a little bit, and then I showed them kind of what that's being used for. So, I mean, we're actually paying right now about $28,000 a year for marketing. I made that a little bit round just for this time around. 10,000, that includes digital advertising and some print stuff that I do for other small things. And then these infrastructure expenses are things that now we have to keep up. That software that we use for the calendar, the domain names we pay for, that pays for 6 domain names, which is theoldsaybrook.com, theoldsaybrook.org, celebratesaybrook.com, celebratesaybrook.org, and Saybrook's, and 2 for the Starlight Festival too. I can't remember the exact ones. So even though we only use one of those, the other one is so close, we buy that one too.
Right.
And Constant Contact is what I use when I send out newsletters, and then our Connecticut Main Street membership, which I think we have gotten a lot of value from. So, I mean, I recommend that we keep that up.
The $500 for Constant Contact, that's for a year.
Yeah.
What do you use?
That seems, no, I use something that's geared towards real estate. That seems very cheap.
I think part of it is based on how many people you have in your list.
Okay.
And this actually went up a little bit, and I purged a bunch of like dead names out of the list to, if our list ever gets a lot bigger, then it will probably go up actually.
Approximately how many are on the list?
Was English.
Okay.
So anyway, I just wanted you to have, because I didn't have the budget with me last time, and this is something I did we always have to have a preliminary meeting with Carl and Leanne so that they know what we're proposing and they can plug it in. I wanted you guys to have all the
And
information.
the finance meeting is next Tuesday.
Yeah, at 6:30.
It says continued administrative help. Can you just like define that a little bit?
Yeah, so I have access to an administrative person in the selectman's office. She pays all my bills now. And she helps with some of the approvals for the website. Like when people put things on the calendar, we get a notification to review it because I didn't think it was a good idea for us to let people post directly to the calendar. And so she can do those approvals. And she, helps me with some other things here and there. And I'm looking to either utilize her a little more, or there's another woman who might begin helping with keeping up some of our lists and things like that.
Would you say it's a day a week or kind of hard to decide? Is it a half a day a week, or is it not that much, or does it vary?
It kind of varies from task to task, yeah.
That's great that that's available. Really, those are things that you don't have to bother with.
Well, It was
Oh, okay.
presented to them that it was necessary.
Our dollars are not in your budget.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, what about this sponsorship guidelines? Is that along the lines of what Maria had talked about us maybe incorporating some ads in the website?
Well, so that's, yes, because, I mean, we have these special events now and the town foots quite a bit of the bill for them. I mean, we do have some sponsorships. And then I'm just trying to think ahead, what if I ever go before the Board of Finance and they say, no, we really don't want to give anymore.
Mhm.
And, you know, we are looking at the things that we've done and we want to continue. So would there be a way for us to
Yeah.
get other types of funding? We may have to consider it. And so I'd rather we keep talking about this policy and we don't have one in town. And so I would like to get something like that ironed out. And Carl actually requested from somebody a selectman he knows in another town. He noticed when he visited them that they had like signage when you drove into their town that said, this signage provided by whatever. So he asked
We
them.
don't have to do that. That sounds horrible.
Well, he asked them for their
That's how it's done.
policy.
That's not how it's done. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just feel like we need to start considering our options because the other thing is, I mean, someday Carl isn't going to be the first selectman. This has been his policy. There's no guarantees that the next person will have the same feelings. And we've invested a lot of time and money. So I think we need to have options if anything changes.
If there's a way we can monetize it in a professional and elegant manner, I think we should.
And I think, right now we're asking for 22,500 for marketing. Next year, that number is gonna be 45,000, right?
Yeah, if I have my way.
Somebody on the Board of Finance is gonna say, well, show me the return on that investment.
Yeah.
Some smart finance person should ask when it doubles. And maybe signage, I'm all fine with you, if it's not done tastefully,
It has to be done tastefully.
how can we prove that that's a worthwhile investment to them? What data do we have other than Miranda saying Facebook ads went up? That doesn't mean dollars got generated here.
Right.
So I think next year, before we build this, or during the year, we should find a way to support asking for 100% increase.
The other thing with sponsorships, I mean, I think they're fine for events, but to have a sponsor's name, there permanently is like a whole other thing from my point of view. And we also have a small town to deal with, so it's sort of like, how can we do that well and recognize that we have some limitation because of the number of businesses we have or don't have.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, like I said, that's why I think we need to have the conversations.
And it's better to have the guidelines in advance
Yeah,
than having to scramble to do it.
yeah,
And I think there's a lot of opportunity. And maybe not the signage, but if you ever decided to bring a trolley in, sponsor
Mhm.
I'd love to have a billboard on a trolley.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Right, yeah.
that kind of stuff. Same with the Celebrate Saybrook. I mean, look what the Rotary Club does for the green, concerts on the green.
Yeah.
That's all sponsored. So each week it's a different group.
yeah.
Okay, anything else on budget? We'll all mark our calendars, we'll be there.
So it's the 16th at what time?
6:30.
Second floor.
All right,
And just so in the past, the Board of Finance Committee has been fairly static the last few years. So I feel like they sort of knew the drill. They were starting to understand what we were doing. And they've had a huge change on the Board of Finance. So I feel as if this year will be a little more of an education. So I'm not sure how it's going to go this year. I'm sort of getting into a rhythm, and now who knows?
Do you have Miranda providing you any information?
I didn't ask for specific information from her, but I do have a PowerPoint with stuff that I pulled from everything. But I can, even if it's not in the PowerPoint,
As long as you can talk to it, I think that's gonna be important.
yeah.
I mean, that one slide you have, I think up front you let them know that the social media content has significantly increased this year for you. Right? I mean, that's a takeaway. We don't know if it generated money, it cost us money,
Yeah,
but more people have visited that site significantly than in the past.
yeah,
That's a takeaway you want them to know.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you're right. In the beginning, like
Right,
before they get going into details of
right.
And
And you have the anecdotal information about people's businesses being up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's in there.
Anything else? The business, video series, we talked about that, right?
Yeah, so we have the date for the event from the working group. There's 4 people who volunteered to be on it at the last meeting. So we'll be meeting next week about that and hit the ground running.
Okay. Nothing on advisory groups. Just, from, the comments here, I just want to thank Jennifer for her year had and the amount of work she's had to do this year. And, I know sometimes, at least I could tell today that you had a full schedule this week, this past week. But anyway, we do want to express our appreciation and give you a little gift so you can enjoy yourself.
Don't have to do that. It's very kind of you.
We know we don't have to do it. That's why we do it.
It's my job to do all this.
So anyway, enjoy a nice meal or a trip to the spa or whatever serves your purpose and,
I'm gonna need the spa.
that might be a good. Relax your nerves a little bit.
No dinner for you.
Tell them after you're there.
Yeah, you could go to the bar for an hour and I'll meet you there.
Have to be this in the
I am thinking of telling Carl and Leanne, it's like cruel and unusual punishment to make the budget presentation like in December when everyone else gets to go at the end of January. Like, because it's such a busy time of year for us.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
Like, I think they're trying to give me a heart attack.
I think they need to rework that.
Anyway.
I did see their piano out today. It's covered,
Oh,
but you don't think they're keeping it out overnight or anything?
you know what? I think they need to be reminded that we want it in for the winter. So we had told them that.
Did anybody notice that? Did anybody use it for Starlight?
I don't think they uncovered it.
Oh, really?
I had thought about hiring somebody for it, but Lisa kindly looked into that. And like the guy who did our opening wasn't available and stuff like that.
He
And
was great. He did a nice
it
job.
was a little chilly.
Yeah.
So I would just like them to put it away for the season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, you know, maybe we should have a couple pop-ups or something during the nice weather. Just hire somebody on a Friday night to come and play
Yeah.
for an hour and a half or something like that, just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, with the pubs, but because I live on Dudley and go down that way. I mean, there are just always all kinds of cars there. So I mean, yeah, if we could do some like a Friday night thing every once in a
Yeah.
while, that'd be great.
Okay. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Nick, thank you. Erica? All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.